Da 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 na na da na na da da na da 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 na 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 da 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 na 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 da 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 na na da 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 na na da 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 na na da na na da na na da 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 na na da 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 na da da na na da na 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 da da na na da 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 na na da da na 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 da 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 na na da 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 na da 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 na da da Dan 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 Uh Alright, folks, we're here. We're ready. The stream is happening. Whether people realize it or not. We're just getting started up. Yeah, hope y'all are doing well. We're back to the Muditaheart stream. Yes, but was hiding, yes. Very stealth viewer. I guess they call that lurking. I don't know why I'm making up terminology. Wow, what a weird note to start on. Alright, welcome to the Muditaheart stream. Exclamation point Mudita. Mudita means joy at another's joy. And if you want to know more about me, I'm Charles, he, him. Pronouns, alias Muditaheart online. I'm a game designer and developer showcasing games as an art form while creating kinder and cozier communities. In the process, I like indie games, I like narrative games, I like retro RPGs, and even like some competitive online games and stuff on occasion. But yeah, generally about being thoughtful about games and games culture and stuff like that. Yeah, ad hit the PS4, not iPhone. Are we running an ad right now? Okay, let me know. But recently ran an ad and you must wait to run another. Is there a pre-roll ad going on? What's going on? Snooze ads. People seeing an ad right now? I don't know what's going on. I'm getting some ambiguity in the chat. Yeah, welcome. Hope y'all have been doing well. It's been quite some time since we had a more proper stream. We had a little bit of an experimental stream on Friday for doing Amazon watch parties. We watched some SpongeBob and Wheel of Time. That was pretty fun. Getting use of Amazon Prime while we have it for a brief moment, and probably gonna unsubscribe soon or whatever. But you know, if you want to use it, that's up to you, you know. But yeah, I don't know. As a consumer, I feel like I got my money's worth for a little while, and I don't want to explore it that much more. Probably, who knows? We're all gonna be sucked into these things again because we don't have many options when it comes to like consumer choices anymore. Wow, that went there. Anyway, we're gonna be playing some Final Fantasy VII Remake today, and who's ready for that? And we also got some great fun stuff to cover. We're gonna have some gaming news, some wholesome news, and stuff like that. So hope y'all are ready for that as well. And yeah, that'll be nice too. And to get us started, let's listen to some Rifty Beats Chocobo and Chill off of the Game Chops album, Chocobo and Chill. So let's play that. Oh, that's loud. That's loud. That's so loud. Oh my gosh. It's obscenely loud. Okay, let me know how the volume is on that music. And yeah, let's continue. Whoop. Hey, so let's give shoutouts to the folks here out there. Thanks for joining PRPHD and Pinhead Weasel. And Useless Happy. Oh, PhD was also playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. We're sharing a file on Epic Games Store. Let's give a shout out to Pinhead Weasel. It's been pretty lit inside the Muditaheart Discord, and we've been sharing a bunch of stuff. Me, Pinhead Weasel, Pure PhD. So if you want an invite, just give a shout out. Just let me know, and I'll send an invite. But yeah, we're trying to keep it small so far. Let's give a shout out to Useless Happy. Yeah, thanks for joining, and yeah, let's keep this going. And also remember to spam those hearts, as it were. Spam those emotes. But yeah, let's start off on some positive news. It's a Sunday again, so we can get off on some happier Sunday. Start off on some happier Sunday. What am I saying? Get off. Start off on some happier Sunday. So yeah, let's check this out. Happier Sunday news. And yeah, let's check out some news. So in the news, Quebec became the first jurisdiction, and also let me plug the music. And I did buy the album, so definitely wanted to support the artists. So let's check out the happy broadcast. Quebec became the first jurisdiction in the world to explicitly ban oil and gas development in its territory after decades of campaigning by citizen groups. Wow. After decades of campaigning, it's finally happened. It feels like things are starting to shift, and it's first jurisdiction in the world. Quebec is a pretty big jurisdiction too, so yeah, that's quite a bit of progress. Yeah. Okay, next news. An orphaned mountain lion cub spotted by hikers in San Mateo, California, has been rescued after a 5-day search and is recovering well. Oh my goodness. Wow. Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, that's pretty wholesome news. And yeah, I mean, this is huge news, and it's a huge step for the move for climate change reform. And yeah, I don't know, it feels like there's steps that actually be taken day after day now. Kind of like we're kind of cramming for the final exam, but like at least these things are actually moving in pretty big ways now that we're seeing after, like, you know, literally decades of campaigning by people. So it's finally happening now. Let's see. An all-female newsroom has launched in Somalia to provide a female perspective on the country that ranks among the world's lowest for gender equality. Wow. I don't even think the US has an all-female newsroom anywhere, so that's very impressive. In Somalia, in that sense, the US is behind Somalia for not having that. Wow. So yeah, kudos to Somalia for doing that, and you know, despite circumstances that might have us think otherwise, you know. And that goes to show you that these things aren't just like developed world, developing world. Like, you know, a lot of stuff can be really individual and distinct based on like little differences here and there that are, it's the devil's in the details, as it were. Alright, instead of a border wall, US and Mexico have released plans for a binational park that will be built along the Rio Grande as a prototype for border cities. Oh my goodness. That's so... I don't know why that makes me... That really strikes me, because like I feel like I've, you know, over time I like kind of took on the motto, build bridges, not walls. And here we are. There's literally, you know, a bridge being built instead of a wall. And yeah, like for the longest time in America, we were all about building these walls, but now we're literally building a prototype for connecting our two countries. Wow, that's amazing. And it's a park too, a binational park. I've never seen that word before. A binational park. Like I've heard of a national park before, but a binational park. Wow, that's fantastic. Wow, that's I don't know. Like that gives me hope, man. Wow. 14 rehabilitated bonobos are returned to the wild in the Congo. This is the second time in history this has happened for the endangered species. Oh my goodness, wow. So cute too. Oh, the second time in history. And it's an endangered species, wow. Yeah, I guess animal news can give us hope. You know, that's a recurring theme on Happy Broadcast. Do you like positivity? Check it out. Yeah, we're getting this free content, so might as well plug it. Check it out yourselves. A team of engineers at Stanford University, and feel free to also consume it however you want. I believe people should be able to consume media however they want. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on a few key things that I feel like are pretty cool to me and share them because I feel like these are cool things to share. And I think maybe more people, I don't know, I just want to bring them to my community and my, I don't know, my audience or whatever you want to call it, you know. A team of engineers at Stanford University have developed a solar cell that can generate some electricity at night. I heard about this, yeah. One big problem with solar cells is that they can't generate energy at night. They can only generate energy during the day because, you know, they're based on the sun. But yeah, people are trying to develop solar cells that can generate energy at night. And yeah, I heard about this on NPR also. That yeah, now there are solar cells that somehow generate energy at night based on like I think the ambient heat in the air or something, and it's self-contained in the same solar cell that can be used for heat from the sun also, something like that. So yeah, that's really great to hear, and there's probably an NPR article, we can check it out. Alright, a newly developed algorithm can spot depression in Twitter users with 88.39% accuracy and proactively flag mental health concerns with users. Wow, that's kind of disturbing. Hopefully it's going to be used for good reasons. But yeah, it probably isn't... I feel like the thing about it is that it probably isn't that hard to spot, you know, for people sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to spot, actually. I shouldn't say that because people can be really non-expressive and due to stigma around mental health issues. So I shouldn't say that. But yeah, sometimes like if people expressing views on a platform like Twitter or like find themselves drawn to a platform like Twitter, they can get themselves into certain patterns on Twitter. So wow, that's really fascinating. My phone's going off, so let me just catch that for a bit and turn on the light, and then we'll come back right to this air steam. It's pretty cool. Let me get the window. Let me check something really quick. Alright. And now we go to Awesome Person of the Week. Sorry about the delay, folks. Was just responding to someone. Just want to respect that person. Wow, this music is good. Alright, so what are we doing? Awesome Person of the Week. Guy. The retired Frenchman nicknamed Guy by the French lottery group won 200 million euros. That translates to $217 million. In December 2020. Guy put most of his earnings back into the environment. He created the Anyama Foundation, named after a town in the Ivory Coast where he grew up. It has three main goals: protect and revitalize forests, preserve and regenerate biodiversity, and support family caregivers. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's such a great cause. I feel like I wish more people did something like that for lottery winnings. That's such a positive story. And I think like he might have like a hidden identity or a pseudonym because I think in certain countries and regions they have policies against like revealing people's identities for during lotteries because it just leads to like people getting bothered and stuff by relatives, distant family members, friends, non-family members. You know, non-family members too. So yeah. All right. Wow, that's some really positive news. That's a good one. Oh, and look at this. Here we go. A new guaranteed income program in New York is giving up to $1,000 a month to low-income first-time mothers to help overcome poverty and inequality. Wow. They give mothers across New York City $500 or $1,000 every month for 3 years with no strings attached. Wow, that's really positive. I hope for his safety no one knows who that is. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess part of it is like, hey, I don't have any money. Most of it's given to the foundation. So on the plus side, people, you know that you can't hit them up for all the money. But yeah, that is a lot of money, honestly. 200 million, like that's a fifth of $1 billion. That's like not, like that's like 1,000,000 times 200, right? Like, that's a non-trivial amount of money. You can definitely make a foundation with that kind of money. Yeah. Hope for safety. No one who knows who that is. I don't know. I really wonder what. I don't know. I sometimes that's an interesting thing to think about. It's like, what if I won the lottery? Like, what would I do in that scenario? And like maybe that's like too much anxiety to deal with. Whatever. Oh yeah, I heard about this news too. A green revolution is taking place in Scotland. Its forests are the largest they have been for 900 years. The forested area went from around 6% to around 18% today. It's tripled. Yeah, they've been the largest they have been in for 900 years. By the Roman invasion of England 2,000 years ago, around half of Scotland's forests were already lost, largely as a result of deforestation. Wow, the Scottish government has a target of 21% forest cover by 2032. The rewilding and climate movements mean that reforestation is now wildly popular. Some 80% of Scottish people supported the reforestation of the Highlands in a 2021 survey. Wow, that's so positive. Oh my goodness. Like, even these little details explaining this stuff, like, people are for this. They want more forests to come back. It has nearly as much forest as it did 1,000 years ago. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, it can happen. It can happen. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's the Scotland. Let's pause this.
Electricity at night have been developed at Stanford. Now I know what you're thinking. Solar at
night? This is the one I saw.
The panels use new technology. Using a thermoelectric generator, the solar panels are able to generate power through the difference between the outside air temperature and the solar cell itself. What will they think of next? We'll keep you posted with more anxiety-free news. Solar panels that can generate electricity at night have been developed at Stanford. Now I know what you're thinking. Solar?
Wow, cool. These
The world's
TikToks move
biggest
fast.
wildlife crossing is about to be built right here in California. This month, construction will begin over the 101 highway, creating a safe path for wildlife in the Santa Monica Mountains over 10 lanes of busy traffic. The project is slated to be completed by 2025. And the best part? Officials say construction will be mostly at night and won't cause any lengthy closures of the freeway. Let's get those animals crossing. Follow for more anxiety-free news. World's
Get those animals crossing. Oh boy. All right, that was pretty positive news. I'm very happy about that. Feeling pretty good after that. All right, let's check out a few more things. We got a couple trailers here. First is we got two trailers. Then we're gonna go over some articles, maybe some gaming news, and then like a fun Arizona iced tea article. I think is pretty fun. That's related to inflation and stuff. That actually is like a pretty interesting article. All right, so let's start with this trailer for this HBO show. We have HBO Max in the house, and yeah, I heard about this show via a podcast called Asian Feelings, where they interviewed Lisa Ling, who's this host here, and she's doing a show that's discussing the history of Asian Americans through the lens of food, and how like the history of Asian Americans is like really underrepresented, but is actually very tied to like their representation through food, because people love Asian food in America but don't really care about the Asian people, and as a result it's kind of really tied to like like uh how Asian people's visibility is through food, how their economics are through food, how they've been oppressed, but like still they're accepted through their products and cooking, but not as people and stuff like that. So yeah, and then you actually get into the history of Asian Americans in different angles, like history of Asian Americans in the South or in California, and how Asian Americans have been here even before the founding of America even. So this is a really fascinating show. And yeah, I just wanted to give it a plug. I've seen 2 episodes so far, and I definitely want to watch more. And yeah, I feel like it's worth definitely giving a plug to this trailer here. So yeah, let's take a look at this trailer. Why not? Yeah, all right. 2 minutes for this trailer on HBO Max. Takeout with Lisa Ling.
Food is a bridge between generations.
Bringing back memories through cooking. That's how my family survived.
We'd sacrifice a ton, but you can't take food away. They'll always go back to the cooking of their food. Let's dig in.
So many Asian American stories began in a family-run restaurant.
These are the little things that help you connect with your culture and share it.
Is Bangladeshi food generally spicy?
I'm so nervous.
Don't underestimate me, Mama. I can do it.
This is now what American is. It's a little bit of everything.
It's about being able to share all the things that we eat and to normalize how great our culture is.
These dishes survived war and resettlement.
We've all got that story about someone making fun of your lunch. It's really hard to blend in.
But how much do you assimilate without losing sense of self?
It's our responsibility to make sure future Americans know that this exists.
These soldiers are Asian American superheroes.
There should be some recognition.
It's time to re-examine those roots.
How many people are eating here tonight?
We have to actively work to preserve this culture.
Whoa, so good.
All of these things that were lost throughout time, we have to go back to that.
It's time to tell our story in our own way.
Oh, so good. Looks so good. All the food looks so good, and then like, you know, the connection between history and war and assimilation, all part of the Asian American identity, but also all the people's struggles for making a better life in this country. And You know, it reminds me of like something she says in I think episode 2 of the show, where she mentions like she sees the legacy of all the people who strive to create a life for them and their families as Asian Americans in this country. And she says like before, when she grew up, she would be ashamed of her Asian identity and her heritage as an Asian person growing up as the only Asian kid amongst like other Americans. But then after she heard their history as Asian Americans, she felt a lot of pride for her Asian American identity because of all the people that came before her, and she wants to live up to that legacy of Asian Americans. So, yeah, this trailer does kind of encapsulate a lot of those points that she makes during the trailer. Also, they eat Bartlett pears in the second episode, and those are my favorite kind of pear. They're really juicy. So I love Bartlett pears. And if you like ube dessert, they talk about Filipino Americans in the first episode, and how Filipino Americans were around since even before the founding of the U.S. and stuff. So, yeah. All right. So yeah, let's check it out. Takeout with Lisa Ling, HBO Max trailer. So feel free to check that out yourself. And yeah, all right. Let's move on to the next thing. Kind of in a similar vein here. There's a game that came out recently by a developer who I played one of their games before. It's by Analgesic Productions. They're the creators of games called Anodyne and Anodyne 2. I haven't had the pleasure of playing those games yet, but I have played a really cool game called All Our Asias, which was released for free by them. And boy, wow, that game really knocked me off my feet. I couldn't believe that games like that could be made. Like just really amazing storytelling around Asian American identity and whatnot. And yeah, this new game just like recently came out and is still gathering Steam reviews on Steam. And yeah, I wanted to give it a plug because it's like a game that combines like PS1 graphics and like Tony Hawk style platforming puzzles. And also, let me see. And also, let me tweak this a little bit. Tony Hawk style platforming puzzles. And then also, let me see. Tony Hawk style platforming puzzles along with yeah, PS1 and Tony Hawk. Yes, PS1, Tony Hawk. Also stories about what it means to have an identity, and also with a story about like nationhood and countries and stuff like that, and how that relates to someone's personal identity, while also having this really amazing synth soundtrack. And yeah, I think it's worth checking out this trailer for this game that's coming out, that came out already on Steam, itch.io, and good old games and stuff. And yeah, like this is a game to watch out for. Like I feel like it's pretty early, not a lot of people have heard about it yet, it feels like, but I feel like, you know, you might want to check this out. It might start to gain steam over time, and then you never know what's going to happen with it. So yeah, you're going to check it out here first, folks. All right, so let's check out Sephonie. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that cityscape. Oh, I love this music and the art. The colors. And oh, that waterfall is so cool. Love this. Hayashi, Tokyo, Japan. Yingwen Lin, Taipei, Taiwan. Amy Lim, Bloomington, Illinois. Train. Then it also has this like match 3 style puzzle game aspect to it. It also features people of Asian descent as part of the story, and they're like scientific researchers like on this island trying to discover its mysteries and stuff. And it's from the creators of Anodyne and Even the Ocean and All Our Asias. And from what I understand, it's basically it's not Hero Wars. But from what I understand about Sephonie, it's made by 2 people. It's just made by 2 people. Definitely worth checking out. Here it is on itch.io. It has a launch sale right now for 10% off. Some really cool stuff worth checking out here. And if you want, you can also get it on Steam or Good Old Games. Steam reviews are pretty important because that'll help it along. And Steam is the first place people tend to look for games. But yeah, hopefully people start checking this game out. The reviews are coming in already. Like, there's already some really strong reviews coming in for this game. So yeah, like storytelling, gameplay, story, yeah, definitely a game worth checking out if you're thinking about it. It costs it's 10% off right now if you want to get it, and so that means it'll be $26.99. But yeah, something to watch out for. And yeah, if you're a content creator or if you're a student or an educator, you can get a review code from them. I hear they're pretty open to that. Based off the trailer, you feel you could get lost in this game. Yeah, it's a very dreamlike quality to this game. I played one of their games, All Our Asias, and it also had a similar kind of like synth music with like that dreamlike quality to the visuals and PS1 visuals and stuff. This one seems to take it to another level in a different kind of way. And yeah, also combined with Tony Hawk style platforming, which is very, very cool. All right, so yeah, definitely check out Sephonie, and I'll link to the so here's the Sephonie trailer, and I think I'll link to the Steam, I guess, because that's probably where people are most gonna get it on. But yeah, definitely want to plug itch.io because I feel like that's, you know, just a really cool place to get games also. And you can get it DRM free on itch.io. And yeah, get it DRM free and do what you want with the file, share it. Won't be locked into Steam, and itch.io is pretty cool. All right, so yeah, other than that, yeah, let's check out some discourse stuff in Critical Distance, this week's Critical Distance. They had something come out last week for the 10th. They had a bunch of cool stuff. Let's see. Decolonizing queer games in play. I was involved in the early plans. First person scholar. Oh, interesting. Intersectional decolonization lens. Ki Hoon Chan. Interesting. Wow, some really intense, deep, really writing. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. Sets the tone by identifying both an overwhelming whiteness the queer characters and structures represent in contemporary, and the need to meet that whiteness with a multifaceted, decolonized, and truly intersectional queer approach. Yeah, a lot of queer representation tends to be overwhelmingly white. That seems to be one of the discussions that happens in media nowadays. Interview with Karo Assertion, illustrator and tabletop game designer, about tabletop RPG scene, intentional design representation, and more. queer resistance in Katamari Damacy's embrace of non-normative, non-default modes and structures of play. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, Katamari Damacy, I could see it. Oluwatayo Adewole unpacks how white Western constructions of binary gender are weaponized against black bodies, both cis and trans, in video games as well as wider popular media. Black bodies will never fully cohere with Western notions of gender, and with that carry an intrinsic power. The power is compounded in black trans bodies. If white trans bodies are Frankenstein, then we're the color out of space. Neither notions of whiteness nor gender are accessible tools in humanizing us, and that makes us dangerous. When that power is employed in service of non-black people, we are stripped of our agency and identity, becoming weapons to be used and disposed of. Instead, it is when the power is put in our hands and not theirs that the potential becomes limitless. Wow, okay, so it's being weaponized here. Oh boy, and here we go. Yeah, it's literally Barrett Wallace is like, you know, his right hand is a gun. Wow. Yeah. And during World War II, there's weapons, the weaponization of black men and women. Serena Williams and breaking her racket. Barrett Wallace, very heightened musculature. He is a figure that embodies the hypermasculinity projected onto black men, compounded by his personality, but also comes often as the butt of the jokes. Also runs in parallel with Coltrane and Gears of War, embodies stereotypical tropes associated with blackness and black masculinity. Square Enix and Nintendo are Japanese developers, so cultural ideas and discourse around racialization are identical to those in the US and the broader West. But it still happens in Barrett and Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't played it fully yet, but I'm already can kind of see that those points being made. All right, yeah, this is pretty worthwhile article worth checking out. So if you want to check out this series, you can check it out here. Cultural contexts, gender and culture tensions emerge in games, very past and very present. Very fraught gender dynamics in Infocom's mid-80s foray into junior interactive fiction, militaristic fantasy, narrative drift, and the Sea Stalker. Horizon Forbidden West's post-racial world turns culture into costumes. Actually, I think I saw takes on this before. Though Forbidden West wants to present an alternative version of an abstracted, nobler westward expansion, its use of indigenous cultures as blanket aesthetics and context-stripped recreation of the 19th century horrors its plot offers speaks to a cultural blind spot whose implications hinder a proper understanding of the past and present day. It's just kind of using the aesthetics of these indigenous cultures without the context of the horrors that those things imply. So there's like a blind spot here. Thematically shaky post-racial world. And I feel like there's like a lot of I feel like there's like some post-racial worlds being portrayed in media now that kind of use these things as like window dressing. Like I just watched Wheel of Time, the first episode on this stream even, and I don't know, it's only one episode, so I don't know how they might address it later. But just in that first episode, it felt like they used this kind of like inclusive, multiracial community as like this kind of I don't know, set dressing, and like they didn't really seem to address if there was any kind of legacy behind that. But maybe that's just that it's because it's a fantasy world and it's supposed to be an idyllic village or something. So maybe they're just giving people a little bit of utopian fantasy village kind of portrayal there. But that's an interesting point to make, is like if you're in a post-racial society, how do you address issues of like how you got to that point and how the past and present day are still wrestling with those problems. And if you can just completely hand wave it, that doesn't really address the problems we're facing in our current day. Yeah, so that seems pretty interesting. Miyamoto's quote, Pac-Man, E3, and the role of hype culture in video game history. Ethan Johnston explores the genesis of the release date as a concept in games, the attendant growing cultural backlash against developmental delays, and the famously misattributed quote which responds to both. Oh yeah, Miyamoto's quote. I think that's probably... I think I know which quote that's referring to. A game is only late until it ships, but it's bad forever. Siobhan Beeman, quoted by Ellen Guan, the 1996 Computer Game Developers Conference. So yeah, this sounds... I heard that this was attributed, like a quote like this was attributed to Miyamoto. Yeah, there's definitely a game is late only until it ships, but it's bad forever. Gradually morphing the phrase to have been the progeny of Nintendo's famous game designer and producer, Shigeru Miyamoto. A report in Edge magazine tied the phrase to him. Interesting. I mean, I've heard like developers at GDC quote that from Miyamoto as if that was him saying that. This is news to me that he never said that originally. Wow. So it's not by... And it's... Wow. And it's literally trans erasure too. This is literally an example of how trans erasure is like resulting in toxic quoting, toxic work culture. It's originally from Stephen Beeman, now Siobhan Beeman. Wow. Yeah, she said it. And yeah, I've had like game developers like justify the delay of their development for like 10 years, attributing that quote to Shigeru Miyamoto doing a talk at GDC. Wow. That's kind of mind-blowing. Wow. And that literally comes from a quote that was born out of trans erasure. Wow, that's unbelievable. Oh boy. Yeah, check that out. So much going on there. Okay. Jeremy Signor positions Unsighted's time-buying mechanics as a rejection of FOMO culture and limitless content. What many developers who tout player choice in their games seem unwilling to do is introduce the friction necessary to make the player feel something once their choices bear fruit. The choices you must constantly weigh in Unsighted are terrible, even cruel, but they all make you feel something. Interesting, okay. Seems interesting. Heartthrob highlights. This only slightly disingenuously organized section in fact constitutes one piece about Tokimeki Memorial, the second one specifically, and one piece about the nature and state of art criticism, which happens to take for its object text a long-form review of Tokimeki Memorial. As you are then. Konami's second go at First Love. Himimi, the game-eating she-monster. Tokimemo's sophomore outing. And the itch scratches back. Aroma tasemebro. In the wake of Tim Rogers' 6-hour Tokimeki Memorial review, contemplates the relationships we form with critics and criticism when they share with us their own relationships with a text. This 6-hour digital film is the physical form taken by a 26-year personal relationship between a man and a game, and all of the attendant impressions, thoughts, memories, and tears. When we meticulously render our entire relationship with something into art, what shape does it naturally take? How much of this idealized response is amputated by the formal limitations of a novel, a personal essay, an album, or a film? The recent surge in popularity of literary autofiction and the heated contesting of its definition and parameters strongly hints at an answer. We enjoy art located at the fault lines of form as long as it is comprehensible to us. We trust good writers to keep us engaged as they self-mythologize. Huh. Yeah, I guess like when we really push, I guess this is talking about the pushing of the limitations of the media, and like as long as we engage with it, that's all we care about is our ability to engage with media. Japan's newest young heartthrobs are sexy, talented, and virtual. A real, completely serious New York Times headline about Tokimeki Memorial, November 25th, 1996. That feels like a person. You make a player that feels bad to treat that person like an object. Ain't love changing yourself for someone else? Ain't love a two-way street? It's interesting how people apologize for writing long pieces. This piece is really, really long. Do we really apologize for that? Interesting. Yeah, that's a Substack article there. Gathered together here, we've got 3 pieces on mostly contemporary games, the ways in which we engage with them, and the questions they leave us to ponder. I should mention that. Also, if you feel like joining Critical Distance, they have the Discord, so yeah. But, okay. Modes of play. Glitch Hikers meditates on the journey, not the destination. Sumire asks us to confront grief without being consumed by it. Spend some time with a cute game asking existential questions that go unexpectedly hard. The visceral voyeurism of horror playthroughs in Silent Hill. Also, King of Fighters 15. Oh, this is Uppercut Crit, which I also have written for. If you want to check out more, this is on Critical Distance. This is taking some time to load. But yeah, along the lines of Critical Distance, as much as I'm promoting this, they're thanking everyone for supporting Critical Distance over the last 13 years and during the last few years of pandemic, and a lot of people are going through financial hardship, but they need to do some self-promotion to help with their month-to-month operational costs. So they haven't been able to publish things as much, so yeah, and they start conversations, give existing conversations momentum, and preserve conversations so future readers and writers, not just in games, but across our media and cultures, can learn from them. And they'll also need to search through and past seasonal discourse in games, elevate the sharpest, most urgent crit and most woefully underrepresented writers and thinkers in this space. So yeah, here's support links below. Make a tweet or post on your social media platform of choice and support. Subscribe and contribute. So yep, let's give them some support. Please support. So please support Critical Distance. They've been affected by pandemic times. So yeah, I will make a note of that and retweet them. Actually, why don't I just retweet them right now? Yeah, they just tweeted this 4 days ago. Alright, some Critical Distance, and some brief game developer news. Blockchain advocates fail to address developer concerns at GDC. Humble lays off employees in e-commerce restructuring. Has laid off several employees in its engineering and customer service departments. Yep, Humble is a pretty big company at this point. CD Projekt Red, full year 2021 financials marred by slow Cyberpunk sales. Very predictably, or not super predictably, I guess, like, I guess they had problems before, but I guess at this point now it started to, like, really, slow down, compared to where it was before. Niantic's new game Peridot is its first original property since Ingress. So yeah, Niantic did Pokemon Go, and now they're going to be doing a new game, Peridot, where you can create your own creatures and stuff. I had heard about that, and it seems kind of interesting, seems kind of fascinating. Let me see, Beamdog is making Myth Force. Drop in, drop out gameplay with Myth Force in the style of 80s animated shows. Saturday morning cartoon vibe. Co-op PvE games like Back 4 Blood, Warhammer Vermintide, or Deep Rock Galactic. Wow, okay, so this is a... Beamdog has grown identifiable in the last few years by its efforts to support 90s role-playing games like Planescape Torment and Baldur's Gate to modern platforms. But, fascinating. So now Myth Force is a Saturday morning cartoon aesthetic, but it'll have co-op PvE games. Oh. Pretty cool. It's gonna look like this. There's the 2D art style. Wow, this is really interesting. And you didn't want to be too inside baseball. Mention scrapping capitalist kitsch ideas like having the hero characters be toys on a shelf or ad breaks between dungeons. A cartoony look appeal to modern kids too. It kind of reminds me of like what's it called? not Puzzles and Dragons, not Something and Dragon. The show that's on Netflix. What is it called? It's from the Avatar Last Airbender guy. Aaron A. Haas. Netflix. Dragon Prince. This kind of reminds me of Dragon Prince, actually. Yeah. That's what this reminds me of. Yeah. People remember Dragon Prince? Have people checked that out? Dragon Prince? This kind of has that vibe to me. It's got that kind of like 80s aesthetic, but also in 3D cel-shaded animation. Legend of Korra. Yeah, it's the same head writer as like Last Airbender and I think Legend of Korra. It's Aaron A. Haas. And honestly, Dragon Prince felt like it was basically like Avatar Last Airbender, but in a Western fantasy setting. He was head writer and co-executive producer of Avatar Last Airbender. And, oh, he served as creative director at Riot Games? Whoa, okay. He was co-creator of Dragon Prince. Interesting. That's really fascinating. Okay. Yeah, this reminds me of that. Beamdog. Yeah, definitely something that might be worth checking out. Myth Force. I don't know. Yeah. Niantic Peridot. Yeah, Niantic has only been doing tie-in properties for now, like Pokemon Go and Harry Potter. But yeah, this is their first original property since Ingress. Ingress was what they did before. That was like a niche kind of thing. But they used that as Ingress as the basis for Pokemon Go afterwards. Wow. They got some investment. Oh yeah, how is Pokemon Go gonna work in Russia's invasion in Ukraine? Wow, they had to make rapid adjustments for Pokemon Go in response to COVID-19 and Ukraine. Wow. Also, Wizards Unite shut down on January 31st, given that author J.K. Rowling has gone quite off the rails with transphobia as of late. Okay, so this might be a new chapter for Niantic, for all we know. That's interesting. Alright, good for them. Okay, cool. I watched season 1 of Dragon Prince, but I never got further than that. Kingdom Hearts made crossovers cool, cursing us all and itself too. Pretty funny. Yes, I've been hearing... So, this is what I've been hearing. This game, Norco, is a Southern Gothic game. And, wow, I've been hearing so many weird things about this game. It's like a pixel art point-and-click adventure. And it's Southern Gothic style, but also got like zany humor, but like really dark, grim stuff. And also it's in New Orleans and like Louisiana, and it feels like it's in the vein of something like a Kentucky Route Zero, or even like a Disco Elysium. So yeah, I think Norco is maybe the next game in that kind of upper echelon of like narrative games. So yeah, seems like Norco's this game to check out if y'all haven't seen it. So Yeah. Now, this may be all we'll check out for news for now, and we might just... Whoa, okay, Half-Life 2 mod that swaps Alex for Star Fox's Crystal somehow got her original voice actor. Crystal from Star Fox Adventures replaces Alex Vance. Ellis was game to reprise her role as Crystal. I've been talking with Ellis to get a decent microphone, and we worked from there. Some lines still haven't been recorded. That's really wild. Okay. Okay, cool. That's some cool stuff. Right, but yeah, maybe this next game to check out on the horizon is Norco. And yeah, the last thing we have for news is like tying to this, what I saw on the Arizona iced tea tweet regarding all this inflation happening. Arizona tea and inflation come at us. And this, of course, in case people don't know, is referring to the fact that as inflation soars, Arizona iced tea still remains at the same price that it has been for 30 years. Arizona iced tea has managed to keep its big cans priced at 99 cents for 30 years, even as inflation has ticked up. And to the point now that as inflation goes up and the price of Arizona iced tea cans have stayed the same, the cost per ounce of gasoline is now more expensive than the cost per ounce of Arizona iced tea. So that's hilarious. This is a really fascinating article kind of breaking that all down. And yeah, it's pretty wild. Like the price of, and it's pretty wild how it's all happened because, yeah, it's 99 cents, same price as it's been 30 years ago, cheaper than most bottled water, 20-ounce sodas. So this is, to be clear, this is a 23-ounce, giant 23-ounce of Arizona iced tea. Still costs 99 cents, same price it's been since it hit the market 30 years ago. Today, that's cheaper than most bottled water, 20-ounce sodas, iced teas, and canned coffees on the market. If you were to fill up your car with cans of Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey, it would be cheaper than LA gas by nearly 40 cents a gallon. This article was published April 12th, 2022. So 5 days ago. How does Arizona pull this off while everything else goes up? The price of aluminum has doubled in the last 18 months. The price of high fructose corn syrup has tripled since 2000. Gas prices are pumping up delivery costs. One $19.92 adjusted for inflation is worth two $20.22. But the 99-cent Big AZ can, as the company calls it, persists. The short answer is the company's making less money, and the big cans are still profitable, but for the moment they're much less so than a few years ago. Yeah, so yeah, that's the short answer, but I don't know. I think this whole article does a really fascinating breakdown of this whole thing, and it's definitely worth reading it. And yeah, they're just taking things at a little bit as not much of a profit, but yeah, it's also very, very exciting to have something that's 99 cents. Like people, it's like very psychologically good marketing to have something 99 cents and a great buy. And also, when they talk about this, they're inevitably gonna talk about how, like, the history of Arizona. There was like an Arizona shoe, and Danny Bowen of Mission Chinese Food turned his Brooklyn restaurant into an Arizona zone with green tea and grape aid dishes and great buy 99 cent signs. So yeah, some good stuff. And an Arizona shoe. The Arizona shoe looked really good, to be honest. Like, look at this. This is a well-designed, appealing shoe. And, yeah. Pretty sweet shoe. All right, we finished the album. Seems like we probably have to wrap up on news for now, and then we'll take a short break, and then we'll be back for some more. Be right back for some Final Fantasy VII Remake. So yeah, see you soon. I'm gonna cue that up, and then we're gonna cut back to some Final Fantasy VII Remake. So be right back after a break. Let's give it a 10-minute break. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave my camera on. Yeah, maybe that's okay. Alrighty then. Let's come back. Let's come back to stuff. Marker. Okay, now we're back. The Final Fantasy VII Remake. We're continuing our journey. And after the plate came down, and we're joined along by Aerith and... Not Aerith, but Tifa and Barrett to see what's happened in Midgar after the plate came down. And yeah, thanks for joining along for the journey, Pure PhD, and Useless Happy, and Pinhead Weasel. Alright, so let's check out what's happening. Let's see if we can chat with Elmira here. Anything
Take care
else?
of yourselves now.
Okay, I guess that's it for that. Is there anything we can say with Tifa or Barrett? Nope, okay. And yeah, speak of the hypermasculinity portrayal of black bodies. There's Barrett Wallace. Yep, problematic representation, but you know, I mean, it's kind of almost better than no representation. But yeah. All right. Whew, man, I ate a lot of food. I had some brown rice, some chili beans, and some mashed potatoes, and some
The main
slice
entrance
of
to
steak.
Sector 7 is buried under rubble now. So how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Ah, good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
Oh, okay.
This ancient girl knows her stuff. Didn't mean anything by it.
Alright, let's head on over. Today I had that? Yeah. A lot of food today. Some good stuff. I feel like if I have good food on a day, then on a given day, then my day gets better. Sorry, getting lost in Sephonie. Oh, that's the best excuse. I'm glad you're getting lost in Sephonie. Because oh, you're seeing the kids from the orphanage.
What are we gonna do if our plate falls?
Oh yeah, I guess everyone's freaking out. Like that could happen to them too. But yeah, Sephonie is. That's a great excuse to like deviate from like what's been going on, because Sephonie is. I was happy to promote Sephonie earlier in the stream, and I'm glad people are getting exposed to it.
And now, breaking news. Midgar is in mourning following the collapse of the Sector 7 plate. City officials are currently restricting access to emergency responders and urging people in neighboring sectors to remain indoors until further notice. Also, Shinra has announced the establishment of an emergency response team to ascertain the cause of the
Like I'm in a
collapse
movie or
and to
something.
determine if any other sectors are currently at risk. Officials currently believe that the bombings of Mako reactors 1 and 5 may be a contributing factor.
And it's so messed up that like the people responsible for all these problems also own all the property, and then they also are the electric company, and they're also the people responsible for the military and the security, and then the mayor and
My ears are still ringing from it.
and also the cause of like the attacks and stuff. It's so wild, this world that this game takes place in. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this reminds me of Sephonie a little bit with its kind of like PS1
Over there.
esque soundtrack. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay, so we're going here now. We never went here before. That takes us to Wall Market. That takes us to the park. That's cool that Eric sets it up earlier that she gets the shortcut.
Alright, let's keep moving.
Alright, we're back to these things again. Whew, feels like it's gonna be one of those chapters that we just gotta get through.
Take him out.
With pleasure.
I got your number.
Weaknesses, ice and staff. Tactical data not available.
Hell yeah!
Maybe dial it back a little?
Searching for those Moogle medals, baby. Oh, I got one. Okay. I called it. Let's see what we got here. Let's go up.
It's blocked. There, that way. We'll have to fight our way through. But it's our only shot.
Ah. Mega potion. High potion.
Okay, let's go.
Ling What the heck?
Allow me.
New. Ice. Becomes strongest in time after battle starts, but they return to normal after taking a certain normal damage. Gorger species. Larger than their close relatives and armed with blade-like front legs. Drawn by the taste of human flesh, they often venture into residential areas.
Now.
Bring it!
Here we go. That's that. See ya.
Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
This feels like another filler area, and I can tell by the music. It does not feel classic. This reminds me of like the Sector 6 or whatever pass-through area, collapsed tunnel.
Won't even need to try.
Confident, ain't it?
Too bad.
Ice. Enemy skills can be learned from this monster.
Need my help, do you?
Keep it up! Give him your all! That's the way to do it.
Oh, where did I miss enemy skill? I already have ice.
It's on you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All set! Finish him off! Skill link! That's it! Keep it up!
Hey, no thing.
Nothing to it.
They really give you something more to do with wind elemental stuff after, like they give you wind magic, wind materia in this game. 'Cause that wasn't always around. Oh shit.
Ain't nothing we can't handle.
Gotta work together!
Oh, Thundara.
Not good enough.
Get your best!
Calling lightning. I got you now.
Lightning. It does also weak against lightning. Enemy skills.
Let's do it.
How'd you like that?
Wow, we're so much
It's
stronger.
never in doubt.
They tell you to go with the flow. Why is there a treasure chest right in front of this doorway? Jack Ryan Radio. Life can still get you down even after you've grown up. Use your imagination. I wonder how much of this is because English words look really cool in Japanese to Japanese people. Down with authority. Because, like, this stuff looks pretty generic when it's suckers from the slums. I like that one. That's one I like. Shoot for the stars. That's fine. Oh, it's these guys.
Get the bastards!
I guess it's like a recap of all these bad guys we're talking for. But it feels weird, like, beating up, like, now they evaporate and during the live stream. This is so weird. I feel like it's one thing if we're attacking, like, those weird monster things, but then fighting the random people and then, like, bandits and treating them like they're inhuman monsters. Just feels really weird to me.
Ain't nothing to worry about.
Not a bit!
Nobody's watching.
Guess it's my turn.
I got it! Finish him off!
Hell yeah!
Maybe dial it back a little?
And of course,
You again?
Okay, let's go.
Friends of yours?
That one!
Here! Give him your all! Pour it on!
My turn. Allow me.
Hard muscle working for Beck's Badass. Badasses. Leader of Beck's Badasses, a gang based in the area around the collapsed road. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, he's especially bad at sizing up the strength of his enemies. His special ability is feigning knowledge of things. Burke, a member of Beck's gang, which claims the collapsed road as its territory. He goes with the flow and lets Beck make all the decisions. His special ability is playing dead. Grungy Bandit, hard muscle working for Beck's Badasses. With his massive bulk, he delivers devastating blows one after the other. He likes his fights clean and fair and remains honorable in victory and defeat. Dealing damage interrupts his attacks, but he soon counters with a throwing technique. Evading the attack and hitting him while his guard is down makes him susceptible to staggering. Stealable items, Champion Belt. Oh, that's good.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I'll do it. You're up.
Oh shit.
Finish him off!
I've got this.
You ain't gonna
Watch this.
Seizing the
Oh, we KO'd him. Oh well.
Hell yeah!
Maybe dial it back a little?
The graffiti is really cool. It definitely is like on the level of like Jet Grind Radio. Like Jet Grind Radio doesn't have a unique selling point as much anymore because now it's in Final Fantasy VII Remake. It only took like 30 years for someone to make graffiti as good as Jet Grind Radio in a video game. Remember it originally? Good frame rates. Yeah, some good frame rates here.
Finally. Know that.
Alright. Gotcha. You're done.
Let me handle this. Gotcha. Come on. Get down. There. Keep it up. Gotcha. Give it your all.
Good job.
Whatever, man. Let's go.
There's this thing again.
Over there.
Got a way out?
I'm almost afraid to go back. To see it with my own eyes.
Tifa.
Come on.
Does it look like we can go this way? No. There's monsters everywhere.
Alright, I'm glad that wasn't too long. Oh, we're back at the park. Oh no, this is brutal. This is messed up.
Weimer!
Weimer?
You're alive!
Oh snap! He's alive. Holy shit.
Still in one piece? Who else made it out?
Oh, dude.
I wish I knew. Sorry.
Oh, dude.
It's fine.
I'm just glad you survived. Gives me hope for the others.
So random.
This is
I
bad.
barely remember who Weimer is. He's from like the Neighborhood Watcher.
We need
the shops or
able-bodied
something.
men and women.
Okay, let's help out. Can we help him? What's going on?
I really hope that all my friends are okay.
Betty.
I'm sure they are, honey. Don't worry.
It's a miracle anyone survived.
Back up at first light, okay?
You want to look?
Never know what you're gonna run into out there. Best be prepared.
Oh, the music. Oh, wow. The ultimate. Let's just take a moment for this.
Careful out there.
Wow, this is a good time for this song.
Sector 7, huh?
Yeah. Left a few things behind.
I see. I know it's not much, but it's all I got.
Big Bertha. Wow. Consumes all ATB charges to fire a long stream of bullets at an enemy. Okay. Oh, these are some pretty heavy-duty weapons. Dang.
Godspeed.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, this is a one-way trip, I guess. Avalanche. Fat Chocobo. Leviathan. Patron deity of Wutai. Quelled many a great calamities. Stirring HP. Shiva. Staunching a great wound with a glacier. Save the planet from certain destruction by staunching a great wound with a glacier. Wow. Alright, we're underground.
Okay. Let's see what's on the other side.
No sunglasses for that moment. Can we go back? Okay, we could.
Finally, I could use some fresh air.
Damn what? I still can't believe this happened.
No!
Listen, Sector 6 is right over there. We just need to walk a little bit longer, that's all.
so sad.
Go someplace new and start over.
Keep your head on the swivel out there.
I hadn't made it out.
Don't say that.
Survivor's Guild.
Will work out. They always have.
Where do you think you're going? You're not gonna try anything stupid now, are you?
I suppose you're right. The house was pretty old. And it's not like we had a lot of money saved up.
Thank you.
We're almost to Sector 6. Do you think you can walk the rest of the way?
People helping each other out. Oh, this looks like a Yuffie mission.
Again?
That one was a lot closer.
Hello! Is there anyone out there that needs some help?
Oh man.
My God.
Just a little more. Come on.
Oh, Morrow. Morrow's here.
Make room.
Oh, we'll help.
Morrow, you're alive.
With me. Ready?
Oh yeah, Barrett only has one hand. Remember that.
Great job, guys.
I don't know why that didn't occur to me until now.
Thank you.
You just helped someone. Oh my, yay. Oh, there's a Birdle.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you. So, what now?
Don't know. Find something. Anything to do.
Been back to the bar yet?
No.
Maybe you should go take a look.
It's a good idea, honestly.
Okay. First the bar, then the rest.
Careful. The roads are a mess. Watch your step or you'll wind up in a hole.
Oh, this music. Wow. I guess this is more, Barrett and Tifa's story to tell rather than Cloud to take charge at this moment.
Anybody out there? If you can hear me, say something!
Anybody out there?
Hey! Hey!
There's a lot of sidling in this game.
If you can hear me, shout!
Wow. This is brutal.
Can you hear me? Anyone there?
Oh, this is Tifa's theme. But like a downbeat version of Tifa's theme. No, the bar! I mean, I guess what's to expect, you know.
Tifa.
I don't know, Cloud, you're not very good for...
Get back!
Okay. Good, Cloud.
Shit!
Hear that?
That's Wedge's cat.
What?
Oh!
Let's follow it.
Makes sense to me.
Ready? 1, 2, 3!
Oh boy. Oh, this is like train graveyard music now.
Is this all that's left of Wedge's place?
Wow, it's kind of like a mix between Tifa's theme and
Hey! We're coming down!
the train graveyard theme.
Stay right where you are!
Oh wow, this totally opens up underneath.
This place reeks of Shinra.
The hell?
Wedge?
Oh shit! No, Barrett. We just got him a new gun. Wait, what? What's happening? This is pretty different. This is very different. I thought this was supposed to be a dramatic moment. Now it's turning into like an action sequence.
Tifa! Cloud! Shout if you can hear me! Hey!
Trying to figure out the tools they used to develop the game. Something like that with the PS1, 2 graphics and platforms have been on a career for a while. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Destroying obstacles to progress. If a search scope appears when you're in control of Barrett, that means there is a destructible obstacle nearby. Look for nearby target icons. Press X to blast the marked obstacle and clear the way. Note that obstacles cannot be destroyed with a melee weapon equipped.
If there's no path, you gotta make one.
Okay, so this is turning into a game now.
Wedge, hang in there.
Bugaboos?
Must be a secret Shinra.
We really have enemies called Bugaboos?
How'd you like that? And there you have it.
Shoot all this straight up. Ridiculous.
You really want to throw down with me?
You really want to throw down with me?
Ain't no thing. Oh, we're done here.
really, like, I'm supposed to be saving Wedge, and I'm like doing all this stuff. What am I doing? Pretty silly. I don't know how Barrett's ammunition works, where he just has unlimited bullets. He has to kick it open. He doesn't have arms. He has one arm. Might as well kick it. Did I go the wrong way or something? Oh. Same way. I guess like they wanted to have a moment where you focus on Barrett during the story
How
at
long
some
it taking
point.
to build all this beneath our feet?
And I guess this was their choice. So how they were gonna have a Barrett story moment. Weakness is ice. Bloodhound A. Military canines trained by Shimon's Public Security Division. Genetic modifications have bestowed these animals with tentacles that can drain energy from their victims. Unless they're in the middle of an attack or knocked off balance, they evade all magic except for spells that are guaranteed to hit.
Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
Don't look now, it's about to get real.
Gotta love it. Bang, bang. Time for a serious ass whooping.
Time for a serious ass whooping. Time for a serious ass whooping. How would I explain this in terms of physics? I don't know. Bullets are forces.
You think they dug halfway to hell? You really want to throw down with me?
You really want to throw down with me?
And there you have it.
And there you have it.
You going down one way or another. See ya! You ain't getting out of this one. Suck it. And don't come back.
The bullets giving you items? I don't know. Like, I guess, like, they just teleport into your inventory, I guess. Yeah. Like when you shoot the crates and stuff. Getting hit by 2 ads now. Feel free to use ad block or watch on YouTube to skip the ads. I also can just chill while the ads are happening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for bearing through the ads. Feel free to chill or watch on YouTube. Whatever. Oh, I didn't say that. I'm not saying. I'm just saying do whatever you feel you have a right to do in the marketplace of free marketplace of ideas. You know, just do whatever you feel like you have a right to do. Do whatever you feel you have a right to do in the free market. Whatever whatever it's gonna be. Free market. Free sounds good. I don't know, I think this is all filler stuff anyway, so I'm just gonna keep doing stuff. Might as well kick it.
How'd you like that? Ain't got nothing on me.
Simpsons today? Okay. Yeah, I feel like they want to have a character right now, but like it's an action moment. It's not like a narrative moment. I feel like Barrett should have a narrative moment because he's like a pretty narratively significant character. Not to say that there are narratively significant characters, but I feel like his background would probably involve a lot of like implications for like him and his relationship to the other Avalanche members, but I don't know, maybe we'll get to that soon enough. How are we? I keep hearing something. Healing Carcinet. Wow. That sounds fancy. Increases the effectiveness of healing items, spells, and abilities. Wow. Pretty good.
Just no escape in the mist there. Suck on this!
There's no crates, is there?
Suck on this! You really want to throw down with me? Ooh, gotta love it. How'd you like that? I'm really gonna enjoy burning it all down.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Tifa! You okay?
I think there's a mess around here somewhere. Can you take care of it?
I got you.
Gotcha.
Suck on this!
Bingo.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow, this is brutal.
Sorry.
Feels almost like animal. Feels like animal cruelty.
Bring it on. Give it your best shot.
Spirit's not gonna. had that full section by himself and he's already back.
Stop on this! You alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Alright. Gotta go find Wedge. Come on.
Okay. It's cool that Garrett's leaving the party right now. I did wonder, like, why there wasn't more moments where Barrett led the party as he said in the originals, so considering he was the lead of Avalanche. So, yeah. It's honestly pretty good that they're doing this, at least somewhat.
I'm afraid to ask, but did you just shoot your way in here?
Want some more? Still? Ain't no thing.
Worked up a good sweat.
Ice materia, okay. Just in case we need that, I guess. There's this shoot. Yeah, this definitely feels like Barrett is definitely being portrayed as like a weapon, as per that critical distance article in our news roundup. Warding material, okay.
If I gotta climb another damn ladder.
Let's do this.
Bring in the heat. That thunder I hear? Damn it! Don't look now, but it's about to get real. Stop on this! Suck that! Let's make it!
Stealable items at no cost.
Ain't no thing! Don't stop now! Let's move, move, move!
Not so fast.
Wait, I'm back here again. Right, we're continuing. Let's just hang out. Alright.
Hey, you think Wedge is holding up okay?
Of course he is. He's a lot tougher than people think. Probably sleeping soundly, dreaming about his cats.
We should treat him to
You ain't getting out of this!
Yeah, it's over!
Want some more? Damn it! Ah! Catch you sleeping! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Gonna take you all out!
One by one, till you're all done. See ya.
How'd you like that? Ain't no thing. See ya. Suck. Ain't no thing. Let's move, move, move.
Not so fast.
Gotta stay on my toes if I'm gonna make it out of here alive.
Buy some stuff. Main theme of Final Fantasy VII. Alright. Here we go. Mega potions. Some ethers. Oh, you get these all the time now. Okay. The standard items. No, there's no enemy skill materia. Finally, we're back to Wedge.
Wedge!
It's pretty good that Cloud's not here, that it's Tifa and Barrett who know him better. Well, how'd Wedge get here?
He's okay.
Oh, thank
You
goodness.
sure?
Wow. Holy moly.
Making me worry like that. I'd kick your ass if you didn't look like shit. Thank God.
Oh.
Thank you.
Aw, Barrett. Hey, alright, Cat saved the day.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, you get to see her earrings. Okay.
Sure. Yep, it's you, all right.
What is this? Barrett!
Oh shit. Okay, what is up with this? What is up with this? What is this? These are like the creatures from the Eternals.
Where would you free time?
Are these Shinra experiments?
And it's only right we put the bastard down. Okay, that's it.
Weakness is ice, lesser resistance is lightning, immunities, poison, and something. Experimental specimens kept in Shinra's underground research facility. They're human ones, but cellular transplants designed to enhance their strength have turned them into monsters. Ice attacks rapidly fill their stagger gauge. They rarely get interrupted unless tagged from behind. Important to
Want some more? Damn it! Gotta love it! Of course there's more!
You could?
Like you even gotta ask! You got this!
Okay, let's go. It's on you.
Guess it's my turn! Want some more? Getting real tired of this shit!
This is ridiculous.
We gotta close that up!
This is ridiculous.
You're up!
Okay, Tifa.
Okay, cover me.
Where am I going? Where am I going? Whoa! Dang. Yeah, I think the character's so cool in this.
It's using its friends as weapons? Seriously? Watch yourself.
About damn time! Gotta fight with...
Failed experiment. Weakness to ice. An experimental specimen kept in the Shinra underground facility. It was human once, but cellular transplants from various large creatures have turned it into a terrifying creature. It leads a group of failed science experiments, test experiments. Ice spells rapidly fill the stagger gauge, while melee attacks only have a slight effect on it. And long range and other elemental attacks have no effect. Crippling its tentacles cause it to reveal its heart. Attacking its heart will rapidly fill the stagger gauge.
I got this. It's nothing.
Chill out! Yeah! Still! How about a nice cold can of whooping?
Oh shit.
All that's left is to deal with these three. Ain't no time. fight left in you. Oh, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Damn it! Chill out! Still? Fuck on me!
Alright, battle.
What the hell? That sure looks like a weak point to me. Check out this shit right here.
Come on! Bingo!
Fuck on me!
Bring it! Gotcha! Come on!
Gotta love it!
Bring it!
If I can catch a cold.
Alright, Nickel Claw. Oh, Cloud's here. Dang.
No time, Merc.
You're right.
Late to the party and you giving me orders? Hell yeah! So how'd you manage to track us down?
Followed the trail of bullet holes. There's nobody else I know who'd leave that kind of mess.
Uh-huh. Very good line. Oh boy.
Oh God. Were those...
People?
Damn.
Yeah. That's the Shinra I know.
We're already dealing with like the fall of the plate and stuff. Now we're dealing with this shit. Oh. Oh, Cloud.
Cloud?
Oh, he's not feeling good. Oh. Okay.
What the hell was that?
Oh man, he looks like he got the wind knocked out of him.
We need to get him somewhere safe. Everything else can wait until after.
Agreed. Let's go.
Yeah, they were going on their little adventure there. They just need to make sure Wedge was okay. Okay.
Cloud.
Barrett's carrying Wedge. Tifa's carrying the cat.
Good kitty.
Cloud is tripping out. Alright, time to head back.
want you to take Wedge back for me. I'm gonna look around for the others. He made it, didn't he? They could still be alive.
I saw them both at the pillar. Jesse and Biggs.
Oh boy.
Saw how bad they were hurt.
Oh no, Cloud. Oh, I'm getting
sorry,
frame loss. Why is the frame rate dropping?
Don't.
They've returned to the planet.
But Wedge is alive? Huh. Yeah, lost a frame there. Lost some frames there.
They were supposed to return to us. But if we stop now, they'll never let us live it down. So, we carry that weight.
I gotta keep doing it. Still getting some frame loss, it appears. I don't know why that was such a tough scene. Alright, Broken Dreams completed. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. This is lagging hardcore. Alright.
I'm sorry.
Looks like the
I truly
lag
am.
is back. No more frame loss.
We had no other place to go, and
I would never leave a wounded man out on the street.
Aw. Hey, Wedge is with Marlene now. Okay.
Elmira, I know what you said, but you have to let us go after Aerith.
Not this again.
We found an underground Shinra lab, where they've done human testing. This wasn't the first time, and it won't be the last. I know these people, and I know they're never gonna let Aerith go. She's the last living ancient on the planet. Think about what that means to Shinra's scientists.
Wow, okay, so
especially to that son of a bitch, Hojo. We're all just numbers and meat to him. But...
Wow, this is the most passionate
Please.
I've seen.
I need some time to think.
This is the most passionate I've seen Cloud in this whole game.
You've all had a long day. Why don't you go upstairs and get some rest?
And I feel like, yeah, that testing lab just like opened up a whole set of possibilities with a narrative point there for Cloud, justifying their mission. Whoa! What's up with that? Oh, look at that. Well, that's something, ain't it? Look at that. Wow, whatever's going on, I'm into this. I'm like stupefied. This is so cool. What's happening?
How is this?
Whoa, that's so cool.
Is this a dream?
Maybe. You tell me.
You okay?
Don't I look it? I used to live in the Shinra building, back when I was really little.
Your mom told us.
Right.
That's so cool.
So it kind of feels like I've gone back to my childhood home, you know? Honestly, it's not that bad.
So what? You want to stay?
Come on, Cloud. Don't be silly.
Your mom's really worried too.
Two? So you're worried about me?
Oh.
Of course I am.
Oh, he admitted.
I'm sorry about that. Really.
Uh-huh.
Is that...
Everyone dies eventually.
I suppose.
Damn.
So we need to make the most of the time we have. To live our lives the way we want to live. Every minute, every moment matters.
I'll remember that.
Good. So...
You need to embrace this moment. Right?
I'm glad I met you, Cloud. I really am. I'm grateful for all the words we've shared, for all the moments and the memories. You've made me more happy than you know. And I'll always cherish what you've given me. But whatever happens, you can't fall in love with me.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Even if you think you have, it's not real.
What?
Do I get a say in all this?
It's almost morning. Time to go.
It's got its
coming for you.
materia in his sword.
If that's what you want. Thank you.
Damn, that was a great cutscene. Holy moly.
You've done more for us than we deserve. I won't forget this. If you ever need anything, all you gotta do is holler.
Happy to help out, however I can.
Elmira.
I've been thinking about what you said.
She's calling out to me. I can feel it.
We all can. So please.
We all can. Oh wow.
She's our friend. We have to help her.
I always knew it was coming. Knew that one day I'd have to say goodbye to my baby girl. But not yet. Please, bring her back to me.
Wow, that's a nice guitar.
Daddy!
Version. Hey, they don't have this in the original. Wow.
Are you going?
Cloud Cloud and Tifa are going, and then Barrett's having this
I'm
moment
sorry,
with
honey.
Marlene.
I wish I didn't have to. I wish I could be with you all the time. I really do. But if I stay here, I can't fight out there. Some bad people are trying to hurt the planet. And Daddy and his friends are trying to stop those bad people. The slums, your friends, the whole planet. It's Daddy's job to protect it. Hmm? And that's why I've got to go. You remember that nice girl who came to find you? Well, now we have to go find her. And when we bring her home, you need to say thank you, okay?
Okay. That girl, she was kinda...
What?
Nothing. You should help her.
Oh, okay.
We will.
What's that about?
You'll come back, right?
Aww.
Of course, I promise.
Getting encouraged by Marlene.
Okay. You can go.
Oh.
Barrett.
She's tougher than me. All right, time to get some payback.
Don't forget why we're doing this.
I know. To rescue Aerith.
Wow.
So, how are we supposed to get topside? With everything that's happened, the trains still aren't running.
Well, we could walk along the tracks.
The city's on high alert. All the roads and public transit have probably been locked down by now.
So what's the plan then? You know another way up?
No, but I think I know someone who might.
You mean Corneo?
All right. Pedometer materia? What? The fudge? May do something after a number of steps with it set. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Well, I guess I gotta find out. Warding, poison, time, bind, subversion. here? Okay. Anything here? Just appreciate the butterflies for a little bit. Yeah, coming up on 3 hours. Oh, Tomberry and Cactar.
Everyone's good at art, but sometimes people Is there no saving them?
My fellow grounders, listen up, because boy do I have some news for you!
Oh.
So after bombing reactors 1 and 5, what do the eco-terrorists do? They go for the trifecta and take out Mako Reactor 7. Another attack by amateurs who don't care about collateral damage.
Oh my gosh.
The sky is falling, and Avalanche is to blame.
The Gen Z
wait!
influencer that's
Did you know Wutai is the one funding their activities?
pro
For
Shinra.
all their claims about fighting for the slums, they're nothing more than pawns of Wutai, puppets dancing to the tune of their foreign masters. And that's the truth. Topside news delivered straight to your ears. That'll be 5 gil. 5 gil.
What?
Come on.
She's charging money
Damn,
for
man.
that?
Knew we couldn't trust Wutai to leave us alone.
It's the
Oh, no.
reactors. They want them, we got them.
Does this mean there'll be another war?
After what they've done, what choice do we have?
5 gil apiece. Cough it up. The truth ain't free, you know.
She's trying to
We ain't
profit
no
on
damn
this?
pawns of Wutai. I couldn't care less about the rest, but that shit.
No one will listen to us. There's no point in even trying. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tifa, listen. There's no room in this for regrets or what ifs or any of that. All we can do is keep moving forward, keep following this path we chose.
Wow.
Wherever, so we can say we did all we could.
I know. But right now, instead of looking forward, you need to look around. Everyone here is terrified. So I'm asking you, don't.
Odd jobs, the final job. The collapse of the plate means that many people in the slums are in desperate need of assistance. Once the party enters the Shinra building, they will no longer be able to help anyone in need. Therefore, try to help as many people as possible before entering Shinra HQ. Chocobo Sam. Doctor Guy.
I know we're short on time, but let's try to help out wherever we can.
Wow, okay.
I bet they're coming for us next.
This might be a whole thing in itself that I don't know if I can get into right now, but I guess this is a good time to save as any. Alright. Alright, wow. Yeah, I guess that's it for the stream today. We only got about like 2 hours of gaming in, but that's pretty cool. Some pretty important moments. And yeah, now we'll have access to all the different sectors, I believe. Because we're in Sector 5 or whatever. Then we can help people in Sector 6 and Sector 7. Well, I guess not Sector 7. But we can help people in Sector 6 as well. Yeah, this feels like it's going to be a long chapter to help a lot of people, so if I want to do that, as much as I would want to do that. So I'll just save that for next time. It feels like I'm starting a whole nother thing here if I continue at this point, so I'm going to drop off at this point. Yeah. Alright, so thanks for joining in, folks. Let me see. Let's do a raid now. But yeah, thanks for joining in. Let's give a shout out to Pure PhD. And yeah, Agnew and Useless Happy for dropping by. Thanks for dropping by, folks. And yeah. Thanks for tolerating the very long preview session with all the news and stuff. Finally, let's get around to just doing a raid now. Let's see who we can raid. Pinhead Weasel, my bad. Sorry about that. It seems like a bit of a low-key stream today. Kind of quieter. But yeah, I think it's worth, let's do a raid on Hyacinth. Yeah, that would be a pretty good raid. Hyacinth Nil is a friend from Baby Castles, if you want to check out Baby Castles. They're an indie game art gallery and non-profit supporting activists and artists in New York City. Check them out. And also, remember, folks, Mudita means joy at another's joy. And Mudita, and then what else? Shameless self-promo here. Remember, this is Charles, he, him pronouns. My alias online is Muditaheart. I'm a game designer and developer, showcasing games as an art form while creating kinder and cozier communities in the process. Find me on Itch, Twitch, and YouTube and Twitter. And I'll see you next. Stay soft, stay strong, and I'll see you next time. Remember to support your local artists and creators. And yeah, take care out there. Life's tough, but there's hope. Always find the hope. All right, let me do the raid, and I'll see you next time, folks. Take care.